Last but not least, I would like to introduce Kyle Zagaric from PowerNotes. Kyle is the Business Development Manager. And thank you, Kyle, for joining us today. Oops, hang on one second.
Well, thank you for having me, Sarah. I appreciate the introduction. And just to confirm, you can hear me, correct?
Yep, you sound great, and you should be able to share your screen now.
All right, I will do that right now. Okay, great. Perfect. So to get started, I have put my contact information in the chat just as a way for everyone to know how to contact me for questions, comments, anything like that. I will be walking through a fast track version of our product itself, so you'll be able to see how it works. For context, just to let you know what you'll be looking at, PowerNotes is a tool used by several different industries, mainly in education, higher education, and K through 12. On the K through 12 side, we fall more in 6 through 12, just because of how the tool works. PowerNotes is used by also researchers outside of education, so you may see some things in here that might interest you, even if you are not currently in higher education. So the screen that I'm on right now is our home screen, where you can find different resources on how PowerNotes works, the background of PowerNotes, the science behind how we created our tool, why we created our tool, and all of that good stuff. But I'm actually going to jump into some digital sources to show you how PowerNotes can improve the students' reading process, organization, annotation, and how that feeds into writing, along with a few of our faculty and librarian-facing features, which help provide visibility into that entire process. So jumping here into the sources, this is a screen that many students will see, whether they are beginning researchers or they are in college, graduate students, all the way up to doctoral students that we work with. They will have multiple tabs open on various topics. For this example, we're going to look up some information on honeybees. So with PowerNotes, we have this sidebar you can see here. It is activated through our browser extension, which is the first part of PowerNotes. Currently, we'll work with Google Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. Safari will be supported by the end of the year. We chose the browser extension because it will follow the students everywhere they go. So any digital source that can be opened up in the browser, that includes your LMS, PDFs, archives. We actually have an inline OCR feature that will recognize those scanned archives, quickly process it for the user, and allow them to use our highlighting feature. So with PowerNotes, you jump into the text itself. Instead of having to copy and paste, all you'd have to do is actually highlight what you want to save. From there, we have this text box pop up. This is the first step that we prompt students to do. We prompt them to organize what they are saving. We want to get them in the mindset of thinking about where it's going to fall within their study guide, their research or writing paper. So for example, I could put this in the background. From there, we're going to prompt the student to annotate. They're going to write about why this is important. And there is no limit to the text in this field. You can put anything you'd like in there, and you can go ahead and keep reading. So without leaving the page, we have saved a piece of information. I'm over here on the right-hand side in the sidebar showing. We have created notes on it, and you can still always go in and edit this annotation field. And an important aspect of this is at the point of highlight, we are going to save the URL. These are live links, so the students will never lose track of where it came from. And all of this information will be paired together. So they will never lose track of where it came from, why it's important, or where it came from here. Going to a different source, here I'm in the open web. You'll see the sidebar follows me with there. I can easily minimize it as well, or also if I'm not doing my work, I can go to the extension menu and as easily disable it as well. Just to show you it works exactly the same, highlight what I want to save. I can create a new topic on the fly, place it there, and keep reading. Also, one thing that I like to point out is our image capturing feature. So instead of just being able to capture text, we can capture images. Take your notes on it. You'll see in the sidebar we save this thumbnail here. Also, while we're in these open web sources. As we capture them, we click the citation icon here. We are capturing the metadata associated with each source to ensure that the students always have this piece of information to format their citations. Most of the time, students are copy and pasting these fields one at a time, which is tedious and often leads to them forgetting something or having to go back at the very end and copying and pasting all of this information. So we will capture it for the students automatically so they have what they need to format their citations. Switching over to a PDF here. So I'm in JSTOR, a PDF-driven database. I can show you how it works the same. And then from there, I can keep reading. So for PDFs, we actually have a citation field where the students can come in and place the information. They can use the citations provided to them by the academic database. And you'll see on the right-hand side, and at the point of highlight, those quotation icons that were previously white, they have now been shaded to gray, a visual indicator that we have gone in, we have checked our sources, and this can be done retroactively as well and be reflected across every piece of content saved from this page. We also have a screenshot feature that allows you to capture more than just images by right click. We can easily take a screenshot of what we want to save, take our notes on this, and keep reading. So you're probably wondering where all this information goes. Everything is saved within the cloud, and it is saved in real time as well. So I can click on my project outline, which will bring us to our web page here. And this is where PowerNotes facilitates reorganization, something that's very difficult to do when you're within a word processing document, for example. So with PowerNotes, everything is still paired together. What we've highlighted is still in quotation, so we know it's not ours. We have our notes. We can still edit this annotation field. We still have a link to where it came from, and we have the URL as well. So I can drag and drop these. I can begin to organize. I can come into my topic manager. I can build out new topics. I can also use that to build out a brand new outline underneath the existing information that I've captured to repurpose information. Pretty much unlimited flexibility. I can also do a few different exports. So I can come and I can send this out to Word. So after I've got to a position where I can, maybe I want to share this as a rough draft, I can send this out to Word, and you can see it's a clean and consistent format. We still have our notes or our annotations, what we've highlighted, what it's associated with, where it came from here. And then if we've captured the citation information, it'll be located right underneath. So here we've captured this citation information, here it is. We also have a Excel spreadsheet. This was actually brought to our attention, or the idea of it, by one of our partner schools, the University of Pennsylvania, where they were manually inputting information into an Excel spreadsheet for a synthesis and analysis assignment. So with PowerNotes, we can actually facilitate this. So across the first row here, you'll see different topics. So if you recall, and go back into the sources, my topics in this example are background, new topic, and current trends, the things that pop up when I make a highlight. You can go into your PowerNotes account, create these, and have them populated here beforehand. As the student would make a highlight and annotate that highlight, we would automatically capture where it came from. So here are your sources down the first column, and it would populate in the appropriate cell as you would click export. So here, where you can come and you can create a row for, a column for analysis, where you can analyze across the topics. And then here's an example where you can come and type in synthesis, and then you can synthesize across the sources. So once again, we want to facilitate that process, something that's kind of difficult to do if you're just using Sheets or Excel, which PowerNotes will work with both Google and Microsoft Suite. Along with exporting it out of PowerNotes, we have the ability to share this project with someone that we are working with, maybe a peer, a tutor, a librarian, or our professor. Going out of this project, I'm going to show you another one. This is just an example project that I've put together for the sake of showing how the tool works. So here I have this larger project that has a lot more of content inside it, but I have shared it with a testing account. So I come here, sharing, and here I have all the folks that I've shared it with. For example, today I'm going to show you Professor Smith. I've so far made them an editor. I'm just going to change that to commenting for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over another screen, and this is what the person I shared it with would view. So they could come into my project. They can sort by different filters here. So I can sort by date. So I can see an overview of when Kyle worked on his project, all of these dates here. I can look into each date to see what he did on each specific day. I can sort by source to see all of the sources at a high level overview of what he's looking into. Click inside there to see what he's pulling from each sort. For group projects and collaboration, you can sort by editor to see who's doing what. Something that's very difficult to do with group projects is understand who's done what, when they did it, and what they're contributing to the group. So here you can see, here's what Kyle did, here's what this example person did, and this what this example person did. Going back to the sort by topic, which is the traditional view, which is just the organizational structure. I can come into and also not only see and sort, but I can comment. So I can, from the very beginning, I can see this project, I can see how it's progressing over time, I can see how my student is interacting with the text, with the sources that are provided, and I can send these comments over to them. These will send over in real time. So now I'm back onto the student view, and they can see that their professor had commented on this. And they can send comments back and forth. Now keep in mind, this can be done asynchronously. It could be done like I showed you in real time here. You can share and collaborate on these projects with multiple people. The key is to improve how students are capturing the content on the front end, how they begin to interact with the information, they're organizing it, they're annotating it, if they're sharing it out for peer review or for a rough draft or with their librarian for feedback, they can do so. Pretty much unlimited flexibility, things that are just not available through Google Docs or Microsoft Office as well. That is pretty much PowerNotes in a nutshell. I did once again leave my email in the chat if there are questions, comments on how the tool works, how we work with schools. I'd be happy to share more information on that as well. Just let us know, and I hope you all enjoyed the quick presentation. It was a lot of information, but I hope you found it valuable.
Thanks so much, Kyle. We do have a minute or so for questions, if anybody has any questions for Kyle. I guess I have a question. Are trials available, Kyle, for this?
Yes, we are considering the circumstances. We've kind of realigned how we offer trials and pilots. If it all depends on the size, but the short answer is yes. We would be happy to, at no charge, offer a trial, a pilot for your classroom, or if you yourself wanted to try it out. Actually, anyone can create a free PowerNotes account. That's good for one free project. Our premium version is what we work with our partner schools on, and that can also be purchased on a subscription basis that has unlimited feature access and different things like our OCR feature and so on. But the short answer, yes, we do offer free trials. Just let me know how you'd like to use it, and we can put something together and help get you access.
Okay, perfect. So anybody that's interested can either connect with us at Wills or can contact you directly, and either way we will get people set up, because I know that this is a desirable product for many of our members. And I should note too that PowerNotes is a brand new vendor to Will's. Kyle and I just connected, maybe about a month ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're very excited to be able to offer another citation product